Down to the day, this marks 1 year that I have been in Jacksonville. And to celebrate, I'm gonna react to basically my top 5 favorite videos of 2022. I actually made quite a few videos this year. I think maybe 30, 35 videos, which is pretty good for just a solo creator that also has a full-time job in the military. Now, these are in no particular order. Let's just jump right into it. The first one, you guys probably guessed it, my road trip across America. We have everything packed up. There's definitely some good memories in this video, and that's why I chose this one, right? This whole series, basically a 4-part series, was Andrea and I's PCS across the country from Washington to Florida. Jeez, it was extremely cold in that trailer. I actually don't know how the 4 of us fit in that trailer. It was a tight fit. You know, we really tried to stop at some pretty cool locations. Those sand dunes in Oregon, those were awesome. The salt flats, I mean, come on, that was some of the most epic content I've ever shot. Moab, Dead Horse Point, all that stuff. It actually kind of makes me think about moving to Utah, to be honest. You know, looking back over going up Monarch Pass, I'm surprised. I'm surprised we made it as easy as we did. Raptor is awesome. Of course, spending Christmas at basically my old house I grew up in was a pretty emotional moment, and you can kind of tell that in the video.
Right up that bridge is the house that I grew up in.
When we made it to Black Creek Lake in Texas, that was some of the most beautiful stuff. Like, I was so thankful that we found that little campsite. Again, I'm just really thankful that I actually made those videos. That took me a long time to edit. That was a pretty ambitious project. I'm glad I did it. It's fun to kind of look back on those for me. If you guys are interested in any of these videos, I'm going to put them in the description. And yeah, okay, so let's move on to number 2. Her first photo shoot. Now, you guys might be saying, okay, yeah, this is just a good-looking girl on your car or whatever, and you guys were just creating content on this or whatever. But that's not why I chose this video. So this video was fun for me because I was kind of seeing a photographer behind the scenes, which obviously I'm into cameras and things like that. So that was fun to watch. I was able to shoot some video, which obviously was fun. But more importantly, I met Nate. Like, I had never met him before. And to this day, like, we still talk almost every day on Instagram. And I know, like, we're not creating a ton of content all the time, but I know that I could call him and be like, hey, can you help me film something, or vice versa. And that relationship that I built because of that photo shoot, that's why I chose this video. You know, and then we also got some pretty cool bangers, you know, for Instagram. So that was just a fun day. All right, next up, number 3 is assessing the GT350R market.
And give me 67.5 for the car.
Now, this video started a completely different direction. Remember, I was going to sell my car to that NFL football player. And that story in itself is why this video is on the list. So we went around to a couple different dealerships. We got some pretty reasonable offers, to be honest. And somehow, I can't remember exactly, but Porsche from Jacksonville, they were looking for a car, a specific car, my car, a GT350R, for a football player, a new rookie. I think I can say his name, Devin Lloyd, okay? And I met up with him, and we drove around, test drove the car and everything like that. And funny story, I published that video under the title, Selling My GT350R to NFL Rookie, okay? And as you can imagine, with a title like that, it was taking off. Like, it was going crazy, okay? True story, later that night, I got a call from the Jaguars lawyer team telling me to take down the video. I don't know if I really did anything wrong. Like, Devin knew I was filming and everything, and we were having a good time, but he probably does not own the rights to himself anymore after signing with a team in the NFL. And I don't know if the Jaguars already had a deal, you know, kind of lined up with him to do a sponsorship for Kia or, you know, Chevy or something like that. And in that context, it's not going to look very good for him to be out there buying a Mustang Shelby GT350R. So I wasn't going to fight with the Jaguars legal team, legal counsel. So I took the video down and I edited it pretty heavily. And when I did have him in there, I just blurted out. There was no use of his name, anything like that. And they seemed to be fine with that. Funny story is when I was driving around with Devin, I was like, man, why do you even want this car? This car does not suit you. You need something bigger, a Raptor, maybe something like that. Well, it turns out, if you look on his Instagram, he actually bought a Hellcat, which I'm sure it's an automatic. It's probably way better for him than the GT350R. So super pumped for him. I think he's having a pretty good season with the Jags. I don't really follow football, at all. But anyways, I hope he's great. I hope he's enjoying his Hellcat or whatever. That's why this video is on the list. All right, next up on the list is driving the 600 horsepower S2000. This video is really cool for two reasons. For one, I had already had a little bit of history with Bakerbuilt, Dustin and Brandon up there, but going up there and actually filming a video at their shop really kind of helped us establish like, hey, we can work together on projects. And I think in the future we are going to be doing more video content and things. So that was really fun. Obviously, driving a 600 horsepower, car that only weighs 2,700 pounds, tons of fun, right? It kind of surprised me after we got done. Dustin's like, hey man, do you want to ride in the Supra? So I was like, hell yeah, I want to ride in the Supra. So all around, just like a really good day. It kind of gave me a taste of what a heavily modified S2000 can drive like, as far as just power wise. But that's not why this video is on the list. That video is on the list because Mike, the owner of that S2000, and I have became actually pretty good friends, right? We go to the track together. We're in the middle of this little battle at the firm, his car versus my car. Kind of just like the photo shoot video. Like the relationships that I'm building with people because of these videos that I shoot, those actually mean a lot to me. So that's why this video is on the list. Last on the list, definitely not least, probably one of the most fun days I can remember is when I took both my cars to the racetrack.
And this is going to be a great day.
I had some pretty sketchy moments in the S2000. I'm thankful I didn't hit the wall. That would have been a bad day. Look at that top. See, you can't see anything through that back glass. That's why I replaced it. So obviously that day I got to have two really awesome track battles. One with Mike in the 600 horsepower S2000, which I beat him. And two, Courtney with an identical spec GT350R, which I beat him. Honestly, win or lose, that's not why this video's on the list, right? It was just such a fun day, right? I was so blessed to be able to take both of my cars to the racetrack on the same day. Like, that's just insane to me to think about, honestly. And then, you know, the people that I was there with, I had my good friend Alex, who was grilling, you know, so we were joking around. Everyone was fed, having a good time. That, you know, thank you so much. And, you know, Anthony, the driver mod, was out there having a good time. Courtney, Mike was out there. I had a couple friends from work actually come out there. One of them was even driving, which was really cool. And then maybe most importantly, unofficially, the crew chief for the All-American driver, my buddy Jason, right? He was out there. I let him drive the R on track. We ran some laps out there. And he's just been such a huge addition to the channel and to my growth as a driver and knowledge about cars and everything like that. And so that was just super fun to be out there with some of my best friends I've made here in Jacksonville. That's a wrap on 2022. I want to thank all you guys. I think we did almost 1,000 new subscribers this year, which I'm super pumped about. Top commenter for my channel, Lethal Venom. Man, thank you so much, man. I love the support that you give me. And everyone else who comments on the videos, right? That actually means a lot to me. When I see things like, man, the production quality is great, or this channel needs more subscribers or something like that, it really kind of helps, you know, justify and validate a little bit of the time and work I put into these videos. It really does mean a lot to me, and thank you guys. So coming up in 2023, right, we got a lot of videos to make, a lot of goals, a lot of plans, and I'm gonna become a father.